My name's Lindsay Smith, and I'm an elite strategy coach. I started as a solopreneur and mental health therapist and grew into having multiple centers and dozens of incredible team members and a multi-million-dollar business. And I took what I learned in order to teach other entrepreneurs to grow and scale their business and exceed their profit goals. So today I wanted to talk about something that I use called a nightly miracle intention. Now, what this is each night before I go to bed, I write down tonight's nightly miracle intention, and then I come up with some question, something that I want to know for my business or for my family or for how I want to handle a certain situation. And I write this question down, and then right before I go to sleep, I ask myself the question in my head. So whatever the question is, I ask myself the question in my head, and then I go to sleep. I don't think about the question. I just ask the question, and then I have a blank mind to go to sleep. Then, when I wake up in the morning, I ask myself the question again. This is before I even get out of bed. I ask myself the question again, and I give myself 3-5 minutes, something like that, for the answers to come to me. So what happens is our subconscious mind, as well as God, the universe, is helping us with this throughout the night. We've asked this question, we've let it go, we're receiving these answers. And sometimes we receive it the very next morning. Sometimes it takes a few nights in a row of the same question to get your answer. I love the story, Jack Canfield, who wrote the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. He came up with the name Chicken Soup for the Soul through using this nightly miracle intention. He calls it something different. I can't remember right now what he calls it, but it's the exact same concept. He asks himself a question before he goes to bed, and then in the morning, asks again and waits to get the answers, and that's how he got the name for the Chicken Soup for the Soul books, which is really cool. And I've used it for a number of ways in my business. When I was determining my niche for my one-to-one coaching, I did this exercise because there were things that I knew I was good at, that I knew that I wanted to do, but I couldn't figure out the best way to clarify and specify it. And through using this nightly miracle intention, what I came up with was I help ambitious entrepreneurs create, prioritize, and efficiently execute a plan to scale their business and exceed their profit goals. And that just feels so good to me. But I got it through this nightly miracle intention. I also got the name for my Facebook group through this, which is Ambitious Entrepreneurs, a community supporting success. And so I use this every single night. And some nights I'm like, what do I want to have my miracle intention be tonight? So I don't always know for sure what I want it to be right away. It's not always like I'm waiting for the nighttime to come so I can ask this specific thing. But I use it every night because I just get such great information from it. And I use it a lot of times for my business, but sometimes I'll use it for other areas of my life too. You can ask just things like for me, I ask, how can I help my nephews to have an incredible day tomorrow, or whatever. Just, you can really ask about anything. How can it's really anything. How can I fall asleep faster? Anything. And you just get these incredible answers. It is absolutely worth trying. So I'm challenging you to try this tonight. Try it for at least a week. Ask a question right before you go to bed. I write mine down and then I say it again in my head, and then let your mind go blank. Don't think about it. Fall asleep. And then in the morning, before you get going, before you get out of bed, ask yourself the question again. And then just wait and allow whatever answers to come to you, and write them down. And if you don't get an answer, no big deal. Do it again the next night. Try this and see what you think.